Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Monday, August 14th, and welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for coming. I do appreciate the support as always. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. So, looks like the dollar's been moving pretty nice today, going up pretty strong as you can see, especially for a day when we have absolutely no news really today or tomorrow for pretty much anything besides maybe the Aussie pairs. If we take a look at this, you can see there really is no news at all today. Tomorrow we do have some news for the Canadian. We got a little bit of dollar news. We got core retail sales and retail sales. We got CPI for the Canadian tomorrow. We got a little bit of Euro news. Tomorrow is a bank holiday for a lot of Europe. And we got climate countings and some Aussie news tomorrow too. So we definitely do have a few decent news events, but today was really nothing for the dollar, and the dollar is definitely going up pretty strong as you can see. So, as usual, we're going to start off doing our dollar DXY analysis. We're going to do the full top-down analysis all the way from the monthly down to the 1 hour time frame. Then we're going to take that information, we're going to apply it to all the other dollar pairs, including gold. Then, since we really don't have any news or anything today, we'll definitely have time to look at the yen pairs. We'll probably look at a couple commodities, look at Bitcoin, look at the stock market, and we'll probably even have time to take a few requests if anybody is looking to have anything looked at that I don't normally look at. So everybody hopefully that follows me knows the story. I do believe that this is the end of a correction right here. Now that doesn't mean that I don't think it's going up on this time frame. I do think it is going to go up and probably eventually make a lower high and eventually end up continuing the downtrend, because if this is the end of an ABC correction, it will continue the downtrend and it will go down and take out the previous lows. At the end of an ABC correction, it takes out the previous lows, whether it's a monthly time frame, whether it's the 1 minute time frame, or whether it is anything in between. So let's head down to the weekly time frame and go up to the US dollar index. US dollar index, I think it's actually extremely clear what we got going on here. I think this right here is a downtrend. I think it's a wave 1. I think this is an A, B, C, and then I think this is a D, and I think this is an E. I think we're in a wave E of wave 2 right now, which is most likely going to go up to the 50% or possibly to 61.8 to finish off this wave 2 before it ends a correction and potentially goes down for a big old wave 3. So keeping that information in mind, because the weekly and monthly are extremely important time frames. Going down to the daily, look at this thing stretch out. The dollar's moving very, very nicely today. Now this is a good little lesson right here, because the dollar looked like a perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way pattern last week. And just because, like I always say, just because you see 5 ways definitely does not mean that the market is going to turn down in a big way. As you can see, we had a perfect 5-wave trend, and then what happened? It just kept on going. I would expect to see some resistance around this area, but I would expect that that is probably just going to be another correction and eventually another continuation of the uptrend. So taking it down to the 4 hour time frame, I still got my label here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but I am very, very confident that this is not even a wave 5, that it's just a subdivision of a much bigger trend that I was showing on the higher time frames. I think it's very clear that we're going up. I definitely would not be trying to go short right now. We probably are going to have some resistance at this area, but I would expect to just see another pullback, probably another correction, another pullback for the continuation of the uptrend. So I am definitely for sure only looking for longs. This definitely did make 3 ways down today. 1, 2, 3 ways down. Big impulsive move to the upside, as you can see. This over here is more like a 5-wave correction, but that's definitely a correction. Definitely a higher low, and just kept on trending up. So we are for sure still looking for pullbacks for entries to go long. Even if this does start to go down, I would not be going short, but I would instead be waiting for the end of the pullback for an entry to go long for the continuation of the uptrend for sure. So since we are very, very clearly in an uptrend, and it's very, very clear that this uptrend is most likely not over, we definitely want to apply that information to all these other US dollar pairs, including gold and silver. Look at it, it's still moving right now. It just made a new high again. So let's take that information, let's head down to the other pairs, the euro dollar. Let's go up to the daily time frame. I think it's very clear what's going on the daily. On this one, it looks like a wave 3. This kind of looks like a downtrend like a 1. This looks like a 2. I think we're in a wave 3. I was almost thinking that it might stop at this level, but if this is really a wave 3, it's probably actually going to go down beyond that. Probably down to like the 123.6 to make like a wave 3, 4, and wave 5 of wave E, and then eventually end up continuing the uptrend. So for SOAR, definitely still looking for sorts in a downtrend. Hey Mark, how's it going? So this right here I have marked as an ABC, but it's very, very clear that it's not an ABC. It's a WXY. I always mark three-way pullbacks as ABCs, even if they are WXYs, but this is very clearly a WXY, so we may as well label it correctly. We have very clear three waves up, we have very clear three waves down, very clear three waves up again. WXY, impulsive down, breakup structure, nice end of a crescent. Definitely in a wave 3 right now, 1, 2, and wave 3. I would expect it to keep going. I mean, I bet it's going to go down to at least 100% level before we even think about seeing too much of a pullback. So I am for sure looking for sorts in a downtrend. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, this crescent right here actually wasn't that clear because it kind of looks like just one impulsive move up like a wave A. You would think that this move down was going to be a wave B and that it would go up again for a wave C before it took off. But I think it's pretty clear that that is a motive wave crescent unless we can see three waves, which we really can't. There's really no three-way pattern in there. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, but that is definitely not a three-way pattern. That's a motive wave crescent. So it did go right to the 38% Fibonacci, as you can see. So it was a very, very nice little pullback. I mean, if you had a limit order or something right there, boy, that you would have been sitting in some major, major profit right now. So definitely still looking for sorts in a downtrend for sure. I really don't think this trend is over. The pound dollar, same thing pretty much. Pound dollar, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. I think it's going to go down, take out this low. I think there's a good chance that we'll make a higher low compared to this. Probably end up doing something like that. But for now, the only thing that's really important is that we definitely are still trending down. And we for sure should be looking for sorts in a downtrend. This one also made a WXY pattern. Very clear, three waves up. Very clear, three waves down. Three waves up again. Triple zigzag, WXY, very impulsive move down. This is a 1. This is an ABC of 2. We are in a wave 3 right now, and a wave 3 should go to 161.8 of this move down right here, which means we got a long ways to go to the downside. So I would definitely be looking for sorts. I'd definitely be holding any sorts that I was already in. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I think it's very clear this is a 1. I think this is a wave A. I think this is very clearly a wave B, even though it did come down and make a double bottom right there. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C. The wave C definitely made a lower high than the wave A, but that happens a lot, especially in strong trends. That's a 1, this is a 2, and we are in a wave 3, which I do not think is over. I would for sure be looking for sorts in a downtrend, especially on even shorter time frames than this. Like I said, we have a long ways to go to the downside, I believe. The 161.8 is a long ways down. Yeah, I would expect this to go down to about the 1.249 area before we even think about ending this section of movement. So, pretty nice strong moves down. And I really don't think they're over, which means we can probably be looking for sorts on these shorter time frames. So let's keep on moving. Let's look at the Aussie dollar. Head up to the daily. Aussie dollar, kind of the same thing in a way. We are for sure still trending down. Still no reason to think it's over. No breakup structure, no fib bounce, no engulfing moves. Tells me that there's no reason to do anything but look for sorts in a downtrend on these shorter time frames. I think there's a good chance it could respect this level, but we don't really know for sure. It could just keep on going down pretty easily. Luckily, we're going to be looking for sorts on a shorter time frames anyways. So definitely for sure. Hey, yeah, not really nothing. I don't really drink that much. I did drink that honey beer, though. That was pretty good. So anyways, going down to the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, this is another WXY. This is three waves up, three waves down, three waves up, impulsive down, bam, big move to the downside. Very, very nice move to the downside. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I do not think this is over. This looks like a trend. I think someplace in here there's a 1-2. I'm trying to figure out exactly where it is. It could be right here, like a 1-2, and now we're in a wave 3, which is most likely just going to keep on trending. I for sure don't see any reason to think that this trend is over. So I would for sure be looking for shorts on this too. We definitely, just looking for clarity. We just want to trade whatever looks the clearest and just keep on going short in a downtrend. Now, the Kiwi dollar does look to me like an A, B, C, D, E, like we're now in a wave E, but even this wave E doesn't look like it's over. We're very clearly in a wave 3 right now, and I don't even think this wave 3 is over. It probably will go down to one of these lower fibs. I was thinking the 61.8 would be the very likely place because it definitely was a little bit of a rally-based rally back here. But it could go to the 78% too. There's a lot of support back in this area too. So really the only thing that's important right now is that we definitely are looking for shorts in a downtrend. Look at these three-wave pullbacks. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3 waves up. That one's not really, but this one, 1, 2, 3 waves up. So what are we doing right now? We're looking for three-wave pullbacks to go short for the continuation of this downtrend. For sure. Even this little push up that we had today was 3 waves. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves up and pulse it down. Beautiful, beautiful entry to go short. I wasn't really expecting all this movement today, but boy, it definitely did it. A, B, C back here too. I like to point out these ABC corrections as much as possible because those are what we are looking for re-entries on the shorter time frames to build a position or maybe add to a position that we're already in or build a position to the short side. So definitely looking for shorts on that. US dollar Canadian, for sure looking for longs. On the much longer time frames, I'm starting to think that this is actually an ABC right here, and if that's true, it will go up and take out this high. So we're going to have to pay attention to that because that may be going up for a long time too. As we go down to the shorter time frames, I do have my Fibonacci retracement here, but one thing you have to notice is this is very clearly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways down, and it's very, very overlapping, which a trend within a correction is overlapping, so that makes a lot of sense if this was a wave C, and this over the coming weeks just kept on trending up, making higher highs and higher lows. The 4 hour time frame, look at this correction we had. 1, 2, 3 ways down. Perfect correction on the 4 hour time frame. You could have entered right here and you could still be long right now just watching the profits roll in. You could have entered last week and done nothing ever since then except for just sit back and watch the profits roll in, which is how I prefer to trade, which is why I am 100% not a scalper. I like to get in on like a 4 hour, 2 hour time frame correction and then just hold the trade for as long as possible, sometimes a week or two. But even on the shorter time frames, look at that. 3 ways down, 3 ways down. Nice entries to go long. So we are for sure still looking for long. So if we see another 3-way pullback, we're definitely going to go long again for the continuation of this uptrend. So, US dollar Swiss, oh yeah, I was going to say this one's probably going up nicely too. That's pretty clear that that's not the end of a correction. Probably a 1, 2, 3 just like the other ones. 1, 2, probably going to go up and do something like that. For sure, still looking for longs in an uptrend. Yeah, that probably is a wave 1 right here. This is probably an A, B, C right there for the wave 2. This is probably a 1, 2 of 3, and it's probably over the coming days and weeks going to keep on trending up, all part of a wave 3. So for sure looking for pullbacks to go along on this one also. Nice. Very, very messy and choppy, but you can definitely see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A. This is an A right here. This is 1, 2, 3 ways down for a B. This is a C. So even inside a choppy pattern, there's clarity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C. Now that pattern looks so choppy and messy, but look at it. It's almost a perfect Elliott wave pattern. A, B, C correction. Impulsive up 1. Corrective down 2. Now we're going up in a wave 3. Probably a wave 3 of 3. So for sure looking for pullbacks on this one too. The US dollar yen, I was going to say, is probably going up nicely also. I think that we're in a wave 5 on the US dollar yen, and I think we're going up to the 61.8%. I think we're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 5. This is a 3, this is a 4, and we're in a wave 5 right now. So definitely looking for longs on this for sure. Going down to the sort of time frames, this first trend is a 1. This is an ABC, wave 2. This is all part of a wave 3, which I do not think is even near over. So I would definitely be looking for longs on this on sort of time frames. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we definitely have what I think is the end of a correction right here. We have an uptrend. We got a 1. This looks like a 3-way pattern, like a wave 2. I think we're in a wave 3 right now, and it should just keep on going up. Don't you think that the what? Bank of Japan? I don't think so, no. I do not. Everybody is talking about how the Bank of Japan is going to intervene, and I definitely do not think so. I think that they will eventually, probably not for several weeks, maybe even several months. I do think that Bank of Japan will intervene, but I do not think it's going to be anytime soon. Why fight the trend? You could have been saying that the Bank of Japan was going to intervene this whole way up right here. And if you were trying to go short every time, thinking that the Bank of Japan was going to intervene, then you probably would have missed out on all the longs, and you probably would end up experiencing a whole bunch of losses. So rather than trying to worry about what the Bank of Japan is doing, we should probably worry about what the market is telling us. The market tells me everything I need to know. I don't really care about the fundamentals at all personally, because the market tells me everything I need to know. I don't really care about the Bank of Japan at all. They probably will intervene. I do agree that they will, but I do believe that it's probably going to be several months before they even think about intervening. I think we're in a wave 3 right now. I think we're very, very clearly in a wave 3. So going down to the sort of time frames, this is very clear. 1, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 2. We're in a wave 3 right now. Look at the higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Instead of worrying about whether the Bank of Japan is going to intervene, if you went long at the end of a 3-way pullback, or you went long at the end of this 3-way pullback, or you went long at the end of this 3-way pullback, or you went long at the end of this 3 ways, or you went long at the end of those 3 ways, instead of worrying about what the Bank of Japan was doing, and if you went long at any point at the end of a 3-way pullback, you would have been making some major, major money in the market. So that's why I think fundamentals are useless in a way. I mean, some people really enjoy it, but I personally think the charts can tell you everything you need to know and more. So anyways, going down to the sort of time frames going to the gold on the daily time frame, I think this is very clearly an ABC correction. Now, this is a kind of a tricky one because this is definitely a trend. So I'm actually kind of wondering, maybe it's a wave X or something like that, and now maybe we're in like a brand new ABC correction, like an X and then like a brand new ABC, something like that. But really the only thing we have to worry about now is the trend is down, and until the trend tells us that the trend is not down, which we have ways of knowing when a trend is over. If anybody is interested in knowing how a trend is over, then you can definitely join my Patreon service, which comes with a 35 video course, 7.5 hours of content, will show you how to identify the end of a trend. It will also show you what time frame to identify the end of a trend on. If anybody's interested in that, definitely check out the link. And also, if you're not interested in joining my Patreon service, you can definitely join my Discord, which is 100% free to join. Never had to pay a dime. 100% free to join. So, like I've been saying in my videos on gold for weeks now, it looks like it should be a correction, but it probably is going to go down and take out this low. I think that eventually it is going to go up, but it ain't ready to go up yet, that's for sure. So, going down to the 4-hour time frame, this looks like a beautiful uptrend right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is why it's probably like a motive wave correction, or like a wave X or something along those lines. And it definitely does have a little bit of a 3-way pattern down, but I'm actually prepared to label this differently now because I think it's actually pretty clear that it's probably not that. And there's probably a wave 1 in here. Like this is a 1 and this is a 2, and this is actually all part of a big wave 3, which I don't even think the wave 3 is over. So I would definitely be looking for shorts on the sort of time frames. So going down to the 1-hour time frame, Look at all the sorts right here. Man, that's so, so nice. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go sort. 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 This is the one that I mentioned in my morning meeting today, that it looked like the end of an ABC. I said in my meeting that I wasn't too confident that it would end the correction because it looked too small, but boy, that did end the correction big time. In my members meeting for my Patreon members, I even said that that looks like it's ending a correction today. So anybody that was in my morning meeting this morning probably is making some very, very nice profits right now, definitely. So I am for sure still looking for sorts. When this starts to go up, I am going to completely ignore it, but instead I'll just wait to go sort. If I see it go up, I will ignore it and go sort again. Just keep on going sort. So what does silver tell us? Sometimes silver can give us some clues about what gold is doing. This one also is kind of the same as gold because it definitely made 3 ways down. Maybe this right here is actually the trend now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would make kind of sense if that's the case. And then this is a wave B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C. Probably the 78%, I bet, would be a good area for this to turn back up, which would make a lot of sense because the dollar looks like it needs to spend a couple weeks going up, and this is probably going to spend a couple weeks going down to finish off its pattern before it goes up, which means that gold will probably do the same. Maybe that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. That actually makes a lot of sense. I actually think I might even end up changing my analysis to that. A, B, and now we're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C, and then eventually it's going to continue the uptrend because this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that actually fits even better than what I have. And then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave A. Yeah, I definitely think we just figured out gold for sure. That's a trend right there. This is a trend. This is a correction, and now we're in a trend for the wave C. For sure. So that means that it definitely is going to take out this low right here. It's probably going to go even lower. Let's get rid of some of these fib levels. Let's put a brand new fib level on here from the top to the bottom. Yeah, look at that. The 78% right around the 1860. Bam. I bet that's what it's going to look like eventually. So, pretty nice. Real nice. So, let's go look at the yen pairs. And just imagine how much money we'd be making if we ignored what the Bank of Japan was doing and we just kept on going long every time we got an opportunity to go long. Because look at these trends. Beautiful, beautiful trends. Very, very, very nice trends. So the euro dollar, I think it's pretty clear. The euro yen, I think it's very clear. This is 3 ways down. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, and I think it's just going to keep on going. I think we have a long ways to go on to the upside on the yen pair still. I am definitely 100% still looking for longs. This looks like a 1. This looks like a 2. I think we're in a wave 3. I think this move down is just a correction. I believe we will continue to make higher highs, higher lows, all part of this wave 3 for sure. Going down to the shorter time frames, man, this is definitely a correction and it's getting close. I don't think it's over yet, but that looks like an A. This looks like a B. This looks like it's already in a wave C. Eventually, probably within the next day or so, this is going to end the correction and keep on trending up. The pound yen, I think, is actually one of the clearest. Now, I do think we're going to experience some resistance here. Maybe the Bank of Japan will step in and do something there, but that's probably not going to happen for at least a few weeks. We're on the daily time frame, and I expect it to look like that, so that puts us out probably until September, maybe late August, beginning of September. Then maybe we can start worrying about a move to the downside. That right there is probably the wave B right here. So it's probably like that. This is probably an A, this is a B, now we're in a wave C, and then bam, I bet it's going to keep on going up. I would for sure be looking for longs in an uptrend on this, for sure. Nice little downtrend. Now in hindsight, I can see that this is definitely an A, this is definitely a B, and this is definitely a C. A, B, C, a B. Now we are going down. We are definitely going down on the yen right now. Probably only to one of these fibs though. And then back up. ABC correction. Looks pretty nice. The Aussie yen and the Kiwi yen are definitely quite a bit different than the other yen pairs, but that's not because of the yen, that's because of the Kiwi and the Aussie being so weak as of lately. I still think that this is probably going to end up going up at some point too, but it's not really ready for that yet. I don't think I would be trying to go long on this one. I would just keep going short. There's definitely been a few long opportunities, been a few three-way pullbacks. This is even a three-way pullback right there, so this might be going up. Maybe it will start to go up now. We do have Aussie news tonight, so I do think there's a good chance that the Aussie will gain some strength at the Aussie news that we have later today. Yeah, same thing on this one. That looks like impulsive up. This looks like corrective down. I think this is going to go up also soon. Doesn't really look like it's over yet, though, does it? We do have a break of structure, but it's a rejection of structure, so I definitely don't really think it's over yet. Maybe it will go down, take out this low, and then bam, back up again. But we do, like I said, we got that Aussie news today, which is probably going to move the Aussie and the yen and the Aussie Kiwi. Probably both of them. Canadian yen is going up pretty strong, with the dollar's going up strong too, so that kind of makes sense that this is going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're in a wave 5 right now, which I think we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then when this wave 5 is over, it probably will line up perfectly with the fact that the Bank of Japan will step in. I almost guarantee that this pattern is going to line up perfectly with when the Bank of Japan finally does step in, if they do step in. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, I think this is a nice move up. Wave 1. I think this is an A, B, C down. Wave 2. Definitely looks like we're in a wave 3, and I would for sure be looking for longs in an uptrend, 100%. 1-hour time frame, definitely looking for longs. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 ways down. 1, 2, 3 ways down. 1, 2, 3 ways down. Just continuing to go long at the end of every pullback. You're going to be making lots and lots of money if you just keep going long and trading with the trend on the longer time frames. Yeah, we'll circle back to the dollar pairs again, but I always start off looking at the dollar pairs, and I always end looking at the dollar pairs. So we'll definitely go back to the dollar pairs and look at the euro dollar again. I think we're in a wave C right now. I think this is like an A. Well, it actually looks like 3 waves, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. That's probably a W. 1, 2, 3, probably an X. 1, 2, 3, Y, and then impulsive up, end of a correction, and bam, continuation of the uptrend. US dollar yen is because of the dollar, not because of the yen. The rest of the yen pairs look like they're in a wave C, so this one's probably in a wave C also. So let's see, let's go check out a few other things. Let's go check out Bitcoin. We'll go check out a couple commodities. Ooh, man, I think Bitcoin is very, very close to making a big move to the upside, and like a very big move to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, and that's definitely a wave B. I still think this is a 1. I still think this is a 2. I still believe it's going to go up and make a 3, 4, 5 of wave C. Probably up to at least the $42,000 area, probably minimum. And as we go down to shorter time frames, what just recently happened? We had a break of structure to the upside. This move down is looking very, very corrective. I think this is going to shoot up probably unexpectedly at some point here. Probably a 1, probably a big correction for the wave 2, and then up for a wave 3. Yeah, I got my Fibonacci retracement on here from last week. Look at that, 61%, big pullback. We have a little bit of break of structure too. I would definitely be looking for a long on this right now to see if it does end up continuing the uptrend or not. Break of structure, pullback, go long, bam, there it goes. Let's see, what else do we got to look at? We gotta go look at oil. We're gonna look at natural gas. Could oil be finished with its wave A? That's the question right now. Has oil finished a trend? Is this possibly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there? Break of structure. Now we're going to go down and make a big wave B and then eventually back up for a big wave C. There's really no proof that the wave A is over yet. Even on the 4-hour time frame, there's no proof that the wave A is over yet, because we do not have a break of structure to the downside. It definitely looks like 3 waves down now. 1, 2, 3 waves down, 61% fib. I don't think I would go long right now, but the fact that there's no proof that the uptrend is over, and the fact I don't really see a wave 4, 5, like a 3, 4, 5 shape, tells me that this could definitely keep on going. Man, I don't know. I think oil might keep going up. That looks like a wave A. This looks like 3 waves up for wave B. Boy, it kind of looks like a wave C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C. 61.8% fib bounce. I would like to see a break of structure to confirm that it's over, but it looks like it might be getting ready to make a big move up. It might not even be a big move, though. It could just be like a wave 5, so it could make a double top and then go down and break structure. As soon as it does break structure on like the 4-hour time frame, we'll know that this wave A is over. But our most recent swing is right here, and that definitely hasn't been taken out. So there's really no reason to think it's over, and we need to just continue to trade with the trend. We're going to go back and look at gold in a little while, but I do not think that gold is going into an uptrend. No, definitely not. Maybe on the 1-minute time frame, but definitely not on the higher time frames. Natural gas. Oh my God, that is so clear. Wow. Like I said, I don't trade natural gas, but boy, that thing is awfully clear sometimes. It makes some awful clear Elliott wave patterns. I was trying to figure out whether I still kind of think that we're in a wave 4. I think the wave 3 actually probably ends right here, because that right there is definitely an A, B, C correction. This is probably a wave 5 of wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 3. And we're probably in a wave 4 right now, which is actually probably not over yet. This is too small to be a wave 4, I think. One thing we can do too is, if this is really a wave 4, then we can actually measure the wave 2 from top to bottom and then project it out the bottom of what we think is a wave 5. And a wave 4 should go to around 100%, maybe to 78%, which tells me there's actually a pretty good chance that it is going up again. So I was trying to figure out what count we had here, because as of right now, it definitely does kind of resemble an ABC, but I actually do see an alternative count here too, though. I do see another count here that would actually fit really well. Let me clear out some of these things. I got a lot of labels here that we don't really need. Boy, I wonder if that right there is the end of an A. That definitely kind of fits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very overlapping trend, which trends within corrections usually are very overlapping. This is definitely a trend. This is definitely 3 waves down. This is definitely a trend. That looks like an ABC right there for sure. That's definitely a 3-way pattern. So this is a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A. This is a A. This is a B. I bet we're in a wave C right now, which will go down and take out all these lows. Probably an A, B, C, or B, and then back up again for that wave C to finish off a big wave 4. I don't know if Ricky is even here right now, but boy, this is one of our favorite pairs. I think we are going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2. I bet we're in a wave 3 right now. Probably eventually going to make a wave 4 and then back down again for a wave 5. Wow, nice. I think that's definitely it. Definitely seems like it's hit, that's for sure. Let me see here. So, yeah, let's head back down to, let's see, let's go check out the stock market. Let's head up to the daily time frame. I think there's a good chance this is going to make a wave forward and then head back up. Oh, hey, Wiki, how's it going? Yeah, that seems pretty clear. We'll see what happens, but boy, that definitely seems clear. What is this, though? Is that a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there? I still think we're at a wave 4 in the stock market. Maybe that is a 1, 2, 3 right there. That would actually make more sense because that would make a bigger correction too. Let me get rid of some of these things too. I think that we have a 1, 2, and then this is probably the wave 3. Now we're in a wave 4, which would be a bigger correction. Because that wave 4 would probably be about the same size as this. And then back up. That means that this is probably all just a big wave A. Probably eventually it's going to make some sort of a wave B and then down again for a wave C and then probably back up again. We're still making lower highs. So I definitely would still be doing nothing but looking for shorts in a downtrend. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Even way back here. 1, 2, 3 waves up. And what am I doing now? I would be going short at the end of a 3-way pullback if I do see one. At least until we get a break of structure on the higher time frames, I would definitely be going short on shorter time frames for sure. So let's head back on to, let's see, I don't see any requests from anybody on Discord, so if anybody has any requests on YouTube, put them in the chats and I'll be more than happy to look at a few pairs for people. We are going to circle back and look at the dollar pairs again, but I do like to try to look at some other things besides the dollar pairs. We spent a lot of time looking at the dollar pairs. And I think the dollar is probably getting close to being exhausted for the day. I definitely don't think the dollar is done, but it's probably going to make some sort of a correction and then go up again later on. So if anybody has any requests, let me know in the chats on YouTube and I'll be more than happy to look at it. If not, then I'll just look at these dollar pairs and call it there. Hey Jimmy, how's it going today? Yeah, we'll look at the Euro Pound and we'll look at the Aussie Swiss. We got that Aussie news tonight too, and you're in the US, so that may be a convenient time for you. That may be a convenient news event for you. Actually, I used to always trade the dollar news when I was in the Aussie news when I was in the US. I'm starting to think that this is not. I don't know. I'm starting to think the more and more I look at this that this is not even a WXY. I don't know. I'm almost thinking the Aussie might, in the long run, just keep going down. Probably more because of the Swiss than anything. This is probably a 1, 2. Now we're in a 3. The fact that we're passing the 78% also gives us a little bit of doubt that this is not doubt, but that kind of tells me that this is not a correction. It probably tells me it's going to go down and take out that low. So boy, I would definitely still be looking for shorts in a downtrend for sure. Beautiful, beautiful ABC correction on the daily. 1, 2, 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves so far. No break of structure yet. I would be doing nothing but going short until we see a break of structure to the downside, which, look at this, there has not been any break of structure this whole time. Yeah, we'll go back to the dollar pairs. So if this does make another three-way pullback, look at that. I'd definitely go short again. Look at these cretins. Wow, beautiful. 1, 2, 3 waves. 1, 2, 3 waves. This one not quite so much. This could be a wave A. This could be a wave B, and it could be going up for a wave C. If it makes a lower high after making 3 waves up, I would definitely go short for the continuation of the downtrend. Continue to go short. One thing we can do too is actually probably a more important level for us to do on this one is the Fibonacci extension. Are we at the 161.8 yet? Oh, we're past that. We're just passing it right now. So we're already past the 161.8, so that's 161.8 is a target for wave 3, so we're already past that. So I guess possibly it could end at some point. But the fact that it's not respecting this fib level tells me it's probably at least going to go down to here before it even thinks about moving up too much. So I would definitely still be looking for shorts, 100%. A, B, C, and then bam, back down. I bet. Yes, it goes. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, we can look at the 10-year for you. We're gonna look at the euro dollar, Tony, towards the end. Somebody else had a request too. Yeah, the euro US. We'll get back to that. We're definitely gonna look at the dollar pairs again. No doubt about it. So the euro pound, not really that convincing that it's going up, is it? It almost looks more convincing like it could keep going down. We don't have a break of structure yet, so we can't really say that this move of down couldn't make a higher low and keep going up. But boy, it's not looking very trendy, is it? If this was really the end of a cretin, this would be like doing this. But it's not. It's making overlapping patterns, which tells me it could just keep going down. Some of these things are definitely moving, that's for sure. It's kind of hard to believe. Maybe that is a A right here, and maybe it's making a C now, because this is definitely a trend. This looks like 3 waves up. It made a lower high. That would actually make a lot more sense if this really was a wave C, because we definitely have a clear break of structure right there. Make a wave C and then head back up. And this is probably not a wave A. This is probably like wave 1, if that's the case. Wave 1, A, B, C of 2, and then eventually head up for a wave 3. So yeah, I think that's the case. This is probably a 1, this is probably a 2, and now we're probably in a wave 3 of C. Probably eventually going to look something like this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C. Probably go down, take out this low, and then bam, break structure and keep on trending up. A, B, and C. Definitely seems pretty likely, huh? Especially with these 3 waves up. I always try to figure out where's the trend, where's the correction. Well, that's definitely a correction, and that's definitely a trend. That means that this is probably going to be a trend also. Let's go check out that 10-year. It's been a little bit since I've looked at that. Where is the 10-year? Oh wow, it's still going up. I just recently, in the last few months, did a treasury ladder. 6 month, like a T-bill ladder. So it's actually pretty much free money right now. I took a pretty good chunk of money and made a T-bill ladder out of it just recently. Like I said, it's free money. It's even with the amount of money I put in, it's only a couple $100 a month. But boy, it's still free money. Completely passive. The thing you have to notice about this is on the monthly time frame, it broke structure, and it hasn't broken structure at all This whole way down, it's been one big downtrend. So definitely still, the fact that this broke structure is a big deal. But look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. Amazingly clear, that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're probably gonna make a big turn down at some point. Get rid of that. 1, 2. 1, 2, and we're still in a wave 3. Pretty choppy, but I bet this is a 3, 4, and 5. Eventually we should see a break of structure, which will probably tell us this whole big trend is over, but we haven't seen it yet. Look at that, even the T-bills even making 3-way patterns. 1, 2, 3 ways down, 1, 2, 3 ways down. Even this, 1, 2, 3 ways down. I would definitely be looking for longs on this still. I still think we're in a wave 3 or wave 5 on the longer time frames. Nice, very, very nice. And look at it on the 1 hour, look. 1, 2, 3 ways down, man. It does kind of look like it is getting ready to go down again, but it's probably just going to be another pullback, another ABC correction. I don't think that T-bills are going down anytime soon. They probably will go down eventually, but not yet, I don't think. Nice, very, very nice. So let's see, did I get everybody's request that was in the chats besides the dollar pairs, which we're going to go look at in a second? Let me check on Discord. Fox and Most, I'll be with you after the live stream. I'll get with you, no problem. So if you haven't done so already, definitely join my Discord channel. Like I keep saying, my Discord channel is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. The link for that is in the chats and in the description. If you do want to participate in my morning meetings that I do every single weekday, about 20 minutes long, in which I talk about the dollar and the yen pairs, then the link for my Patreon is in the chats also, which comes with a 35 video trading course and 7.5 hours worth of content. And we also do 2 Zoom meetings a week, so definitely check that out if you are interested. You get a lot for your money, that's for sure. So yeah, we may as well go back and check out the dollar pairs. Everybody wants to know what the dollar's up to. Ooh, it's turning down. Oh my god, go short. Oh, short, short, short. No, not really. I think this is just another correction. I would definitely still be looking for longs in an uptrend, 100%. Look at this on the daily. That definitely doesn't look like a sword on the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6, 7, 8, 9. Definitely still trending up, for sure. Yo, dollar. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be trying to go short right now. Trying to go long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of E is what I expect to see on the daily. On the 1 hour, I expect that if I keep going short at the end of pullbacks, that I'm going to be making lots of money. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. Definitely still looking for shorts in a downtrend, 100%. Pound dollar, same thing. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of resistance right here because we're approaching this low, but I still think this is going to go down and look like that also. So I'm still expecting a decent amount of downside potential on this. What am I doing? Am I going long? Definitely not. I'm going to go short though. If I get a chance, I'm going to go short and just sit back and watch the profits roll in. If I get a chance, if it goes up and starts breaking a bunch of structure, then maybe I'll start going long after a pullback. But that hasn't happened yet. Look at the Aussie dollar. We're not bouncing off a fib level. We're not breaking structure. There's zero reason to think that this thing is over. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the best thing for me to do is to go down to the shorter time frames and go short. If this goes up and breaks structure, does that tell me that it's going up? All that tells me is that this wave is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which it probably is. And then it's probably going to make an ABC, and then it's probably just going to keep going down. The market really likes to mess with people. They like to go up and break structure. Everybody starts going long, and then bam, 3 waves up and pulse it down. They just keep on going short. The market really likes to trap people, that's for sure. Kiwi dollar, not bouncing off a fib level, not breaking any structure. I can almost guarantee that the market is not going to end a trend with a big impulsive move like that. It's probably going to do something like this. So I am 100% still looking for shorts on the Kiwi dollar. If it goes up and breaks structure, does that tell me that this thing is going to go up like that? All the structure break is going to tell me is that the last series of lower lows, lower highs is over, and then it's probably just going to make a correction someplace between 38 and 78% of this move. And bam, that'll probably just keep going. Yeah, that's for sure. The market definitely knows how to play us. I know I've been played. I've been trading since 2008, 2009, so I know the market's definitely played with my emotions and my money plenty of times in the past, that's for sure. US dollar Canadian, yeah, that is looking awful corrective on the Canadian on the sort of time frames, but I still am not going to go short. I'm still going to go long again at the end of a pullback for the continuation of the uptrend, 100%. Not going short, not getting tricked by the market games. That's definitely a trend, and it doesn't even look like the trend is over. So, definitely going long on these sort of time frames. It's kind of wondering about, maybe this is some sort of an A right here, and maybe this is a B, but I kind of doubt, that doesn't really seem right to me, but either way, I am for sure looking for longs in an uptrend for sure. Yeah, well, we do have that news today for the Aussie. That's a good point, buddy. And I don't know. I mean, short, long term, I think the trend is down. Short term, I think it is probably going to go up. It probably is going to make a correction to this move down. So I am thinking that the Aussie probably will go up at the news, but it's probably going to be a correction. We already... The euro dollar. Seems like no matter how many times I look at the euro dollar, I get people asking me to look at the euro dollar. It's funny. US dollar Swiss. I don't think this is over either. I think this is going to end up doing that before it goes down. Yeah, definitely looking for longs. I'm looking for the pullbacks to go long for sure, 100%. US dollar yen, definitely looking for longs. A lot of the other yen pairs look like they're in a wave C, so this may just go down and then keep on going up. It may just make what looks like a trend, and then once that trend is over, it's probably just going to keep on going up because a lot of the other yen pairs look like they're already in a wave C. Yeah, gold is definitely trying to make a move up, isn't it? I think the level that we really need to worry about is not that one, but it's actually this one, if I can get that to stick. There we go. Because I see that the lower lows, lower highs starts right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We probably are going to make a move up, especially with the Fibonacci that we're sitting at. But I would almost guarantee this move up is going to be a correction, and then it will probably keep going down. So I am definitely looking for shorts on that. Euro dollar, I mean, look at this right here. Do you think that that right there is now going to go boop like that? Or do you think that this right here is going to go like that and then down again? I really don't think that anything is over. I mean, I do see 5 waves down, but that definitely doesn't make any sense that that would be the end of anything. I think we're in a wave 3 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back up. 1 hour time frame, definitely looking for shorts. I do think there's a chance it could go up, but if it does go up, great. I'll just get in again. I'll go short again at the end of the pullback. If it doesn't go up, then we'll just hold on to our shorts and just relax, sit back, and watch the profits roll in. So So I don't think it's going to go up in that big of a way today. I mean, it could go up, but it's probably not going to be that big of a move to the upside, I don't think. Let me check on Discord, see if anybody requested anything. I don't see anything. So, let's see. I got all my requests. We looked at the dollar pairs probably 3 times. We looked at the yen pairs. We looked at Bitcoin and all those things. So, it is Monday. And we had a lot of movement today for a Monday already. So, it was actually a pretty good Monday. Not all Mondays are as good as this, that's for sure. So if anybody is interested in joining my Patreon service, it gets you access to the morning live streams that I do every single weekday morning, which I cover all the dollar pairs, all the yen pairs. I tell you what time frame I'm looking to trade on, what entries I'm looking for, what an entry will look like on all the dollar pairs and all the yen pairs every single morning at 9 a.m. UK time. And it also comes with a 35 video course, and it also comes with a bunch of educational information, and I do 2 Zoom meetings a week on Tuesday and on Thursday where I teach. So if anybody is interested in joining my Patreon service, the link for that is in the chats and in the description. If anybody would like to just join my Discord channel, which you can join my Discord channel 100% for free, it just does not come with any of those benefits. But the Discord channel itself is 100% free to join. You can join the channel, chat with other members. We have almost... What are we up to now? We're at 3,994 members. Look at that. We need 6 more people to join. So if you're watching and you haven't joined my Discord, definitely join up, and we'll be at 4,000 members. So definitely join up if you are interested. It's 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. 6 more members and we'll be at 4,000. And also, this last week, I just hit 20,000 subscribers, so definitely thank you for the support for that. That was a huge milestone for me as a YouTuber, so definitely thanks for that. Next to come will be 50,000 and 100,000 after that. Very, very exciting. So I do really appreciate all the support that everybody gives me, and as always, happy trading, and I'll talk to everybody on Wednesday, which will be my next live stream, or if you are a Patreon member, then I will talk to you either tomorrow morning for the morning meeting or tomorrow evening for the 2-hour Zoom meeting. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day, and as always, happy trading and good luck to everybody.